Hi, this is Gail and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you the over-the-top hidden paper clips for Dee Dee Farago's 3 in 15 Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge. Now, mine will look somewhat different than Dee Dee's. This is from week 9, episode 3, if you would like to check hers out, and any of the other ladies who are also involved in the challenge. Dee Dee's had 3 small pockets here across the front. I felt like I didn't really need pockets, but I needed something to take some notes on. And I've already used this one, which I made a while ago, and I have used this when I'm reading. And this is a bookmark, plus I can take notes. The neat thing is that as you finish it, you can peel off each page as you use it up, if you would like to tear it off and take it away with you. But then you can replenish these by simply printing some more out and gluing them on. And then I have done a little bit of stenciling here just so there's a pretty design if you take the notepad away, okay? And it's like that on the front and on the back. So you get double duty that way, okay? So these are basically for use in my woodland journal, which I am putting together, and so that's why I've been making the ephemera for it. So you see the cutesy little owls and the fox. Well, since I have those done, I thought I would make one with you because I've been making 4, 3 for my journal and 1 for my sample journal or notebook. Now, I will tell you that it occurred to me that you all probably have not been seeing me make these live because I have been making them while streaming with Lorie, Grammie's Keepsakes, and she has initiated the stream each time, so therefore, unless you knew her name and knew that she was streaming, or were a subby of both Lorie and I, then you would have no idea that I was on and streaming with her. So I'm going to link below in the description the 3 streams from when I've been working on some of the Dee Dee Challenge pockets and ephemera, so that you can go back in and watch them from scratch, as opposed to just seeing me make one. But again, as I said, it occurred to me that probably none of my subbies have been watching it because they didn't know I was subbing. So I thought I would show you how I make one of them. So I'll put these to the side. I've already cut the papers, and let's see the size of the paper. For those of you who haven't made any of these, this is about 3 inches wide by 5 inches tall. So 3 by 5 basically. And I've already cut the papers. I have distressed around the little note papers. I also thought I was just using my regular corner rounder. Ended up it had a little design on it, but that's no biggie. And I did go ahead and distress the inside part because that may show, okay? And then before I do any gluing, let's go ahead and put the design on this. This is one of those little cardboard pieces that I'm using as a stencil, although I know that's not its the real intent for it, but I thought it worked nicely, so why not, right? Now I am using my brush, my makeup brush. This time I'm using brushed corduroy, and I'm just going to put it all over so it has a sweet little design. If the papers are gone, and you know, this cardboard, or rather cardstock, it is not meant to be used as a stencil, so you have to be really cautious with it, and I'm being a tad rough, and so there you have it. It got a little messy, but it's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect for what we're doing here. You're not gonna see it very much, in all honesty. There we go. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have taken a piece of washi and taped this down, but I really don't feel like it has to be that fussy or that perfect for the purpose that I'm using it. So, and when I'm done with this, I can cut bits and pieces of it up and use it in collage or in some such fashion. Okay, so it's very light, it's uneven, and that's okay. Okay, now the only other thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and distress all the way around the outside of the card. And again, this is brushed corduroy. I do have vintage photo. I do have my permanent Ranger sepia, but not really into that right now, so brushed corduroy it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, if I could find my X-Acto knife, but I haven't really been able to. I know it's here somewhere. It's just gotten misplaced, shall we say. But what I'm going to do instead is pretty much in the middle of this little seam, I'm going to poke through enough for the head of the paper clip, there we go, to slip through. So it won't take much. Okay, so taking my paper clip and poking it through. And guess what? I just did that in the wrong one. So yeah, we're going to put it over this. There we go. It doesn't matter. Leave a little hole. Leave it poking up a little, not much, because I do have some charms on order, and I thought it would be cool to dangle a little charm from the top there. Okay, so the one where I should be making the hole is right here. So yeah, isn't that lovely? Of course, when you're filming, that's when all the fun happens. Okay, so there we go. And you poke that through just barely, okay? I'm kind of exaggerating it right now. So, the paper that I have underneath It's just a hair shorter and narrower than the outer paper, okay? Because we don't want it hanging out, okay? So now, what I'm going to do is, this is my Barely Art glue, and if all goes well, I'm going to glue that down and in place. Now, some people will choose, I have seen people use, what am I trying to say? I've seen people use hot glue. I choose not to use hot glue in my crafting things. I know hot glue has changed over the years, but back in the day, I used to make, don't know why, it doesn't want to come out. I used to make the fabric-covered photo albums, and of course we used hot glue. Well, over the years, that hot glue just has totally lifted away from the fabric and the foam padding, and so I thought, I don't really trust hot glue anymore. So that is why I choose not to use it now. Okay, so I'm just going to use, oh, there, it looks like it's coming out now. Okie dokie, there, it did start coming out. Of course, after I looked away. Always the way of it. You also could use art glitter glue. I've been using this instead of art glitter glue, and I find that I have a bit more time to move things around with the Barely Art glue. And they also claim that this will ship in any temperature, unlike art glitter glue, which once it gets to the freezing zone, they will not ship because it does not ship well in those temperatures, and it lessens its effectiveness, I suppose, would be the way to put it. So, anyhow, something to bear in mind. I'm sure there are other glues you could use, tacky glue or double-sided glue, whatever. This is just what I'm choosing to use. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here on the back, do the same thing. And, yeah. Main thing is just make sure you have plenty of glue around that paper clip so it adheres. And I will say I really did enjoy using this as my bookmark. It makes a nice sturdy bookmark. And I did not take any notes, but I could have. The book that I read was called The Taster by V.S. Alexander, and it was it's a historical fiction about a young lady who tasted food and drink for Hitler because, you know, he was so paranoid about being poisoned. So, anyhow, it was a fascinating read, a quick read, fascinating, some interesting parallels to today reading that book, sadly. Anyhow, so, pretty cool book. So if you get a chance, check it out. Okay. There we go. Okay. Got some glue hanging out there, but that's okay. Alrighty. So now our insides are all stuck. to the outers, and we're good to go. So now all I'm going to do is take my little note cards. I'm going to run a bead of glue along the top here. Guess I didn't have to go all the way across now, did I? Get rid of that extra glue. Yeah. Okay. And then put another little bead here. There we go. For that one. Okay. So there we have that one. And we'll flip it over. And same goes here. This time I'm going to remember not to go all the way to the end. Okay. Oopsie. And the nice thing about these two is that these are movable, removable. You can move them anywhere in your journal as you're working. So that's pretty cool. I've made one for each signature. And then, as I said, one for my sample book. So, because it appears that it's so easy to forget some of the neat pockets and clips and ephemera that we learn how to make, and then we get in a rut and we make the same thing and we're like, I know how to make more things than that. And sure enough, we do. We just have to find it and think about it. And so a sample book, I think, is a great idea. I've seen several people create those and use those. Okay. So that is that. So this is the over-the-top flip hidden paper clip. And yeah, so there we have it. And that was quite easy and fun. And like I said, I think I will put a little charm dangle there as well. It will make it easier to see this in your journal. Okay, so here we have all four of them. Cute little fox. There's the owl. And then this one is more generic, so this one I'll probably put in my sample book. But anyhow, there you have it. So week 9, episode 3, I, will redo a little bit of each of the other weeks that were in the stream, although you can go back and watch those as well. So, here you have it. Hope you are following Dee Dee's challenge and checking out all the ladies that are doing it, because there are some great ideas, and I found some wonderful new artists that way. Also, I hope that all is well in your life, that everybody is healthy and happy, and I hope this has inspired you to go out and make something. Get out there and create and have some fun. Bye-bye. Until later.